I don't think, when I shop, I don't shop for something because the person's black that made it. I shop for something because I'm looking to use a good product, and that's literally point blank. Like, we could go into why aren't enough black people making stuff. I do know quite a few black people that do make stuff. They make their own home remedies and stuff. But no, I don't shop for things intentionally because of someone's colour of their skin. I just want to get my shit done, and that's it. Like my nails,
I kind of
whatever.
feel like that's the problem, but then again, we haven't been set up with that mindset to shop just because.
I don't discriminate.
So,
I think we shop for what we like, yeah. And I think you're meant to shop for. No one shops for necessity anymore. People shop for pleasure, yeah. If I'm going to shop for pleasure, why can't I shop for pleasure and support my own people at the same time? Why do I have to shop for pleasure? I'm not saying don't shop with Asian people, don't shop. I'm not saying that, but why do we somehow manage to completely dodge our own people? Like you said, I've got friends as well that have started their own companies, started their own products. I'm yet to buy one. Yet. Honestly, I'm yet to buy. Unless they give me a freebie.
Why is that?
It's not, I'm not going to buy it because she's black, I'm not going to buy it because she's my friend. It's just simply because...
I'm your friend and I need a freebie.
Yeah.
And that's the problem. That's the problem. We look at each other, it's fucked because we look at ourselves as our enemy and our best friend at the same time, because you look at another person and you say, you know what, we're the same people, like, you should nice me because, hey, guess what, I'm black. Like,
but they do that, because Asian people, I bought my car, this is for an Adam, I bought my car from an Asian car dealership, not my new one, my old one, and I feel like he was giving everyone else, every other Asian, mad discount, and I'm paying big money for some little course. I'm thinking, well, hold on, this ain't making no sense. But it's because he's got someone there. They support their own. We don't do that. I could go into a car shop with a black guy. He ain't giving me no discount.
Do you know why though?
That's because the reason is because we're not in a place to do that. Like we won't go in a grocery shop, and then be like, it'll be 5p more, but I'm going to the Asian man. Yeah, I'm sorry.
I can
tag
them down.
If you go in like a grocery shop, because there's plenty of black grocery shops. I don't care what anyone says.
Where?
North London, South London, West London.
Yeah. East London is a little bit skim. East London's a little bit skim, but no, in them kind of places.
There's black grocery shops. There's black hair shops. Mr. Class Tottenham, bigger.
How many products are in there?
She said big up.
It's full up. It's full up. Don't be rude.
East is predominantly Asian-owned shops when it comes to anything really.
And that's the same with West.
Asian. But yeah, like if it's like more money, 5p, even though we will, pay that for postage and packaging, big £5 for something from China, you know what I mean? But if it's like 50p more, like 5p more, we're like,
come on,
I know I can get it there, I'm just going to get it tomorrow when I pass the India. There's no kind of community value anymore. There's no like, because I don't think we understand the value of money, especially our generation. I can't really talk for our parents because I don't, personally, my parents aren't really conscious like that either, but no disrespect, but in terms of, we don't understand the value of money, circulating the money within our community, because like, as you're giving that money to,
it goes out to 5 other communities.
That's why it's currency, bro. It's energy.
Yeah, it's literally energy. I don't think in any avenue of our lives we kind of keep in, it's just exerting everything. We are like the source. So money, energy,
the most when we actually contribute towards
everything's taken from
the black communities when it comes down to church paying tithes. When it comes down to really and truly, no disrespect, but when it comes to that whole community mindset of it, when it comes to religion, that is the only time when the black person is community strong.
How's that? Because you're giving it to a white Jesus. So
hold on. Before we get into religion and stuff, I want to highlight something. Before we get into that,
when you get black Muslims and everything,
people in the church are black.
Let me highlight something. I think it's something very interesting with what you said, Savannah, whichever. Sorry. I think something's very interesting. You said when you shop, you don't shop to look for obviously different people, black-owned shops. You don't.
I just shop for a product that is good for me, and that's it.
Great. So majority of these other people, whether you want to say the Jewish people, you want to say a lot of Asian people, for example, they actually shop with each other. Hence why, and Chinese people specifically as well. Hence why the money circulates maybe 15, 30, 45 times max before it goes out. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Whereas the black people is probably 5, if that. Maybe a tiny bit more. Do you know what I'm trying to say? And I feel like that's what maybe is very, very important for us to know. Like, for example, we don't help ourselves, in all honesty. A lot of shops that I've gone to, which is black owned, for example, We don't have a lot of products inside of there. You go in there, it either looks run down from the outside, run down from the inside. You want to go to a Jamaican food shop. I don't know about you guys, but how many Jamaican food shops have you gone into? They ain't got dumplings. Or there's something on there they don't have that. We not have that.
But you know what?
No,
You don't
one's
want
there.
to overspend because you're not making enough to make
Correct.
ends
You buy
meet.
to
Make
buy
ends
what you
meet.
need.
Do you know like that? So if let's say in a week you're only getting 5 customers, you're not gonna accommodate for 15
and where's our
customers.
mentality to say, yeah, let me support that. Let me
And
just
then
You know,
find
that's-
one
the-
juice.
and because
That's
we're
what I'm
not
saying,
because
it's
we're
the
not
mindset.
supporting it,
You're
they
saying
can't
it's
they
run
can't
down.
give you more dumplings. For
It's
It's
example.
run
£5
down,
on
you-
the shop. You're gonna
Yeah,
probably
you can't look at that aesthetic. But back to what you were saying though, like, you know, like how the Asian guy gave the Asian people maybe some discounts and getting big money for a little Corsa.
Yeah.
Like, he's at a position where now his community has supported him, so he can nice people. We want to nice each other, but we can't nice each other in the beginning. Like, this is what we don't understand though. Like, you know, when someone starts a business and you're like, oh, like, take £5 off that. We shouldn't be like that with each other.
Okay, cool.
Benefit, we should give £5 more because
More.
we know how hard it is anyways.
And you're gonna spend that £5
You
on
shouldn't
something
expect
stupid.
discount or anything like that until you've demonstrated or showed loyalty.
Yeah.
I would not expect for someone to give me a deduction on anything until
Even
I
car
have proven
washes
to them
have to
that
be
I'm
on
coming
the
regular, I'm only coming to you, so make sure that when I come, it's there. If you go to a Caribbean shop and you want a dumpling and they don't have it, buy something else, tell them when I come back, make sure there's a
Next time,
dumpling there. Guarantee you it will be there when
It'll
you
be
go back.
there.
But
Man,
he's not
waiting.
If you're going
gonna
regularly as well.
waiting.
yeah, like you're not gonna walk past it one day and go, let me pop in there and he's gonna have what you need. That's not how it works. That's not how it works.
It's about wants.
We're not
It's
there
about
yet.
what their customers
If you have
want.
it on the menu, by law, it should be there. Point blank.
It could have sold out.
Could have sold out. Fair enough. You know what? I can say that. But there's far too many
But then it
restaurants
goes down.
that actually
like I
sell
s-
out quite
but
a
like
lot.
I say, it goes down. You don't want to overspend. You know, like even corner shops have to accommodate properly. If they're not, some corner shops are run down. Bear in mind.
I do have like a really interesting point. Perhaps one of the reasons why we don't buy enough into black businesses is because there's just not enough products out there made by black people. And then you've got to kind of think about why aren't there enough black business owners? And then you've got to kind of think about the fact that most of us, when we're raised and we're brought up in education, we're usually taught to get a good job to serve someone else. We're not usually taught to get a good job so we can, not even get a good job, acquire the skills so we can start our own business. So people aren't really having that mentality enough. But then I also want to bring up the point that a lot of businesses, a lot of products that you go out and buy, they're not solely made by just one community. And again, just to say that, you know, I think we should only buy from our own community. I don't think that's a very progressive idea. At the
Why
end of
not?
the day, but I don't think it's a progressive idea because of the fact that, yeah, okay, we are black people, we need to support each other, but we're forgetting that there is 7 billion people in this world and not all of them are black. If we want to grow as a business, we can't
You're gonna
only
have
just,
to.
we can't only speak to our people and provide stuff for our people.
We're
If
talking
we
about-
really want to, stop. If you want to grow your business, you need to also provide to the masses as well. I'm not saying, you know, you need to make a product tailored to English people or whatever, but we also need to be inclusive of everybody else. I can't expect to grow a business and only have black customers. I need to be there thinking, okay, my market, my target that I want to go to, I want to market as many people as possible, not just the black community.
We're talking
but
about-
I do agree that, you know, there isn't enough black businesses. I do agree that we don't buy enough into it, but I also think the reason why we don't buy enough into it is because there's not really enough there. And I think that is because people aren't becoming more business owners. I have no idea what it is. I don't know if it's due to lack of
But now they
ambition
are.
or what it is. It could be partially laziness. You know, you're seeing a lot of people, a lot of black kids nowadays, they do want to be successful, but they're looking at doing it through microwave money. They want to be quick, ACs, music, blah, blah, blah. No one's starting these businesses.
That's all they know. I think that's a matter of your parent. And I always say this is why when I said about my school earlier, like I went to school with predominantly Asians. Being surrounded by that gave me a complete different mentality.
Exactly.
My
Trust
parents never had that mentality.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My mum, she worked her way up the ladder in the business to earn the money she's on. So she went through the system as it's set up. Because that's all she knew, because her parents came from the Caribbean. They didn't come from here where they're westernized and they know about business, entrepreneur, own my, do my own thing. They didn't know about none of that. So that wasn't embedded in my mindset. I had to be surrounded
Well, you
by
know
the
what?
right people
The
to learn.
the
So
sad
I've
thing
got-
is,
I've got
can I
a
just
very
say this?
different
Hold on.
perspective.
Sorry, real quick. The sad thing is, back home there are a lot of black-owned businesses because it's only black people.
Exactly.
So why we don't come over here and bring them same set of skills here?
I want to say
I
this.
really don't
You
understand.
said so many good points. I can't lie to you. But this is the thing. As a race, we are a buying or purchasing race. We're not a selling race. That's what needs to change.
But why?
That's what needs to change. I can't tell you exactly why, but what you said was fantastic about the education mentality. Majority of our parents, especially African, go to school, get good grades, get a good job, etc. That's leading you into a lifestyle of buying rather than actually being entrepreneurial.
That's what
That's
I'm
the
saying.
key
the
thing.
mentality.
That's it.
But
We actually have a lot of entrepreneurial people. Now it's about
in our generation,
how do, like one thing you said is selling. Yes, you have to sell to the mass people 100%, but we don't even buy into our own things. How many people do you know have either tried to do events, tried to do selling lashes, tried to sell hair products, etc., and no one supports them. Their own friends don't support them. For what? Is it envious? I don't know. I don't know what the reasons is. Do you see what I'm trying to say? But these things happen on a regular basis. So now we can say that actually this may be actually a bigger thing than actually it was first intended.
Yeah.
Whether it goes back to post-traumatic slavery disorder or whatever else it could come back to, I don't really know. I don't have the answers. You need to do some sort of...
We didn't experience that firsthand. As much as we know about it,
Yeah.
we've been taught.
we
slavery.
experience it
But we-
through two generations of our parents.
That's not
and
the,
we
that's
still
not what
experience
you're
it
saying.
now.
That's what we're saying. We're saying the concept even of like having a middleman, a handler, is what you've been given. That trickles down to your parents, to you basically, and this is why we have the concept of, oh, I need to go through someone else to get this thing, rather than
And then
going.
having the right exposure to the right people will help you
Will
remove yourself from that mentality.
Exactly. And I hear what you're saying because I grew up in the same area as you. I was around predominantly Asians.
Yeah.
Grew up in Southall. All my mum's friends are Asian. They all business. My mum made sure she took me to all of their parties. Like she still does, and
you
I'm
can be
make
linked
friends
up.
with them. See how they move.
Network.
You download that information into your subconscious mind, and then you move the same way. Like this is why we have to. Like you're saying, this is why social media is powerful,
We
though,
complain
because
about
people are
other
seeing that.
communities having the buying power or the products, whatever, or being in the nice environments that they are, because we are paying for everything.
Yeah.
We're paying for everything that they own right about now. Corner shops, it's an Asian man, it's a Turkish man. I don't really see no white corner
I
shop
think it's
owner.
important as well here when we're talking about this is that we're not saying to only buy from black people or black people should only buy from black people. And we should. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that
most of our
we're
money
not doing
goes
it.
into
Yeah.
I'm saying when you're selling, sell to everyone, but as a mentality, you should say when you're
Target our
buying,
audience.
try
Yeah,
to
100%. Target our
when you're
people.
buying
At least
as
5
a
shops
buyer,
before
you
you
should
go
try
other-
to support
other communities.
if you're thinking like that. If you have the mouth to complain, oh, you know, black community this, where's your money going? When money is the
Is the be all
is
and
the
end all.
world.
Yeah.
And people need to understand
Don't
even
be
more than
complaining,
that.
Oh, our world is like this when
You'll
your
be-
money is going to every Tom, Dick, and Harry, but your brother, but your mum, but your sister. Do you understand?
And this is
I don't
what's even
understand
more
that.
important is that actually you'll be creating jobs for youngsters as well as people of different kind of ages. You'll be promoting a certain type of lifestyle in order to be shrewd with your money, finances, which is a huge thing within our community. Again, like someone just said, we don't actually have a grasp on money management, and actually majority of us probably wasn't even taught money management skills and things like that. It goes back to such a big thing.
See, this is it's a problem as well, because back in the day, obviously back in when our forefathers were Caribbean, they came from the Windrush and that, they wasn't giving them opportunities to buy houses and what the Jewish were just holding the houses and whatever. So they started doing partners. So we know how to save. Okay, they started doing partners. So and so, then you can buy your house.
I was just about to say.
Yeah, I can't even entirely agree with that. Like, obviously, mine might just be the anomaly, but my grandfather came over as well during that period. He bought his own house outright, and like there is, I don't know, man.
So there is.
And it might be an anomaly. Well, he saved up and bought his own house.
So that being said,
Granny's house.
she's saying partners as well. So she's saying.
Oh, sorry, I misunderstood. what you were saying.
So that being said, we do understand the concept
I
of
thought you said
saving.
we
We do
don't.
do it.
That's
No, I'm saying we do. Yeah, of course
Because
we
even that
do.
partner thing is more of a community thing. It's
That's
not-
what I'm trying to say. So how?
So
where's
where
your
did we
dollar
go wrong?
going? Where's your money? Going? Do you understand?
And then once we do all of that, then it goes into other people's.
Yeah, but you see,
pockets.
it's self-benefit. This is the
Oh,
thing.
but
It's only when it's self-benefits. I feel like this is what I'm trying to say. Like, yeah, what you're saying is 100% facts. Like, we have them and we have the ability to do anything. No one's saying we don't have it. We just haven't tapped into it, not everybody. The problem is that if it's not self-gain, we're not interested.
Yeah.
That's the
I
problem.
feel like that's
No,
the
but it has to
environment
be.
we're in now.
No, but at the same time, don't disregard the fact that it shouldn't be self-benefit, because that's what you're doing. But your sense of self has to be
A bit
not
bigger.
just you.
It needs to be a bigger picture.
You're myself as well.
Exactly.
Like, that's
But we
what
don't
Because
see it
taking
like that.
her example into account, like partners. If we was to say right now, let's do partners. Everyone give £10 a month. Are we really going to give £10 a month to see the outcome of what it can
Well,
do?
that's the
Somalian community does
serious?
that. The Asian community does that. The Jewish community
So
does
no,
that.
I don't want to hear it. I'm in 2 partners right now, so I don't want to hear none of that.
Okay.
What do you
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
What?
I'm in 2 partners right now, so
do you
it's
mean
not
that?
about. You're saying, oh, the Asian community does it, the Somalian community does it. We
She's
do
actually
it.
active.
I'm
She's
in
doing
the
it, she's
partners
active.
right now.
Okay, cool.
That's what I'm trying to say.
How many
I don't
people
want to
do it
hear.
though? You're the first person that I know actively.
Of our age,
Like that does this. I didn't know other black people are doing this. I've tried to do it.
We made up partners.
I've tried to do it.
It's still
I'm
like
telling
floating
you.
about, especially from
Yeah.
our
But
age
I've
as
tried-
well.
I've
I've
tried
not had
to-
anyone in their
Literally,
20s
we've
saying
tried
they're
the
doing
idea.
partners.
I've tried to do
My
things
younger
like this
sister
and
told me
no.
that was this year, and I didn't know what it was.
Look at that.
I didn't know what she goes. Some of my
That's
friends
how,
told me
that's
she
how
goes,
all our
"What?"
parents bought their houses
Yeah,
and stuff. Like.
that's
Yeah, but
pretty
it doesn't mean that we're
mad.
all doing it. That's
Yeah.
the problem.
It's just-
Yes, 100%. No one's disputing the fact that this is what we do, this is what we bought here, and this is what we're gonna keep doing. And our parents have done it. Our grandparents, we know, we 100% know. But are we all doing it? No. Why are we not doing it is the question. The reason for us not doing it is because we have not tapped into that side of us. So we're gonna go, do you know what? There's a bigger picture to this. If I invest now, I gain later. If I invest in this, it's going to benefit me this way in the future. It may not benefit me now. Everyone thinks about short-term gain. How's it going to benefit me tomorrow? How's it going to benefit me now? Find that. How's it going to benefit me when I'm 40 and I want to sit down in my yard and not go to work and do a 9 to 5? How's it going to benefit me in the future? That's what we need to, and that's what we all. I'm not saying everyone here don't think about it. I'm saying this is what the majority are not thinking like.
Yeah.
Which is like what you just said. You'll go to people with an idea, support me on this. You come to someone and say, support me on this. They hear money, they're thinking, right, nah. It's not gonna benefit me right now. I'm not interested.
My mum
Forget
always
it.
says to me like, show me your friends and I'll
Show you your
love.
character. I love
Correct.
that.
Woo! From that day, I think I was like 13. I was like,
Yeah, you gotta take it.
And you know,
innit?
another thing that I would
I was like,
say.
you got to bounce. Like, I don't even.
Your
don't-
mum
don't
knows
talk
before
to
you
me.
know.
Don't talk to me.
Another thing that I'll say that's actually quite prevalent is kind of understanding that actually we don't really have a collectivism in terms of people actually coming together to say, listen, enough is enough. Yeah, we actually need to come together and do this and do that and do
Start
this
it
and
in
do
your
that.
circle because everyone's always thinking, oh, I've got to change the world. You've
Everyone's
got
looking for
friends,
the Messiah.
you've
We're
got a
on a
network.
Messiah
Start with your
complex.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? That's where
But
it
if your
starts. And
circle
then when,
or your people, for example, are not in the same like-minded way,
Then change your.
change. Beautiful. I was waiting for that answer.
Yes, doesn't mean doesn't.
Now
that
when you're
doesn't
saying
mean
change-
drop your friends.
No, it
That
doesn't
means
mean that.
It doesn't mean
go
drop your
to
friends.
find people who are on the same wavelength. You're not gonna go to your butcher
And
to
it don't
get your
take
laptop
long.
fixed, fam. You can't go to your
Yeah,
old friends to
yeah.
expect them to.
Understand.
Now you
that.
just said, hold on, but you just said you just found out about a partnership this year. Have you been able to get into a partnership?
How,
Have you
she
been
just
able
said
to
it.
wait?
I'm
Have you
trying to
wait,
ask her
wait,
now.
stop, Have you been able to find anyone?
I just found it.
Just
Just now. There you go.
And that's
There
about
we go.
making-
It takes time. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. Things like that will take
Take
time.
time,
As a
yeah, yeah,
process.
It's about realizing who you are as a person, what your interests are,
Big
what your
one,
ambitions are, and then finding people on a similar path. If I've got friends from when I was younger who have gone in a complete different direction to me. I will never drop them because the love is there. Like, I will always be there for you. But now, not my friends don't work. Not that I didn't see a job until they left uni. I was working my whole way through uni. I didn't see them, nothing, but I still checked for them. The people I met at uni, they're on my page. They're on my wavelength. So when I talk to them about, yeah, we're going to do this in the future, or one of them had a magazine going, they want me to do an article for it. I didn't write. I wrote an article, gave it to him.
Yeah.
Because you know what? I know that if I need something, I'm going to go to you and you're going to give that to me.
Can we blame our parents for this?
Nah, man. You can't blame. We're not blaming. Listen, you can't blame. You can't blame. You cannot blame.
Wait,
This
it's
is
a
why you're
question.
flinging
It's just a
around.
question. Don't shoot a messenger,
Can you
yo.
rephrase it though? Because you can't keep blame.
It's a question.
Like you said earlier, yeah, you're an individual. My parents have a massive part in who I am today, 100%. However, they have not made me completely.
So this is what I'm going to say then. Because I just asked a simple question. Can we blame our parents?
No.
However, every other culture's parents was able to pass something down to them.
We have to understand generational wealth,
Yeah.
where it comes from.
Oh.
Okay? Do you understand?
Oh.
Because not every black household has enough wealth to pass on to generations. Whereas the other communities that we are competing with do.
Yeah.
We have to understand the Jews and everyone else that has been through some sort of trauma, has received some sort of money to pass down through generations. You at a point, black people couldn't get loans, we couldn't get houses. You can't pass on something that you haven't got. You haven't got. A house
renting a house.
is money, mate. It's equity. Like, do you know like that? That can go on through generations. And at one point, you can sell it for as much as you want. We don't have enough generational wealth to pass down.
We're not even
because
trying to create it.
none of our
And do you know
parents
what,
have been
talking
in a position to give us generational wealth.
Same generation, yeah. A lot of these ethnic, let's say ethnicities that you've mentioned, yeah, they're extended families, yeah. I've been inside an Asian, big old mansion. I'm talking levels, yeah, like stairs I haven't seen in my life, yeah. And the grandma's on the bottom floor, the great grandma's on the middle floor, the parents on the children up there in their own room with a balcony and a view of the sea. Listen, they've passed everything that they've brought themselves together. I think my family is me, my mum, my dad and my sister. That's it. I connect with everybody else. I go to my grandma every weekend, but we're not all bringing ourselves together. We don't do that. I don't know what it is. I don't say everyone. I don't know for everyone's family, but my family in particular, a lot of people I know that are from the Caribbean, we're not extended. We're nuclear. We're all separated, and then we come together at Christmas and have big dinner. That's it. Like we don't
in terms of actually building the actual family.
Their grandma has got savings and she sits at home. I'm sorry, I'm just out there. A lot of ethnic backgrounds, I'm not going to name them because I'm not throw shade, but they'll slap their grandma in a care home. They'll slap their great grandpa in a great care home and go visit them once a year. And when they die, you know what? Investment, because their heritage is coming down. Whereas their great grandma who can barely walk, they're caring for her in that yard. So anything that she has, she's invested in them. So they can go and work, they can chill a little bit.
So do you feel like we need a cultural shift?
I don't feel like we can force that. It's natural. Do you know what I mean? We just don't have that mentality. I think that's just the reason why they have the wealth to pass down. We don't have that because we don't have that bigger unit at home. We just have a small one. So all we have is our mum and our dad to look at. We don't have our great grandparents and all of that passing. Now we don't have.
Some of us are even lucky to even have grandparents.
I haven't met half of mine.
Even so, if we need a cultural shift or whatever, how's that gonna happen?
Exactly. I don't even think it's constructive to think just black people do anyway. Then if you need a cultural shift, because young creatives now, like for example, because of social media and people are seeing it happen. Wow. Like you're gonna need, especially somewhere like London, you're going to need to go outside of your ethnicity to network and get those things done, because you're going to realise, especially on this creative path,
no one's talking about building your business
but even just building,
so right. How many people do you know actually support? How many people do you know, if you've got your business, for example, how many people actually
retweet? Black people.
How many people actually retweet it, actually post it and things like that? Or your artwork, for example, or your creative YouTube channel, Sam? Or your YouTube channel? How many of your actual friends will actually be able to actually do that? How many can we actually say our actual close friends have done that?
We have to understand, we also get muddled up with the idea of what a friend is, because I've known you for so long.
That's not just a friend.
No.
A friend is a bona fide, man. You're not just a friend.
You'll never ever question a friend in that sort of sense, because if you got something, there's no reason why I shouldn't support you, because when you do blow, should I not be living nice as well? In that sort of sense. And if I did want to pop something off as well, I expect the same thing. And if not, then by all means, I guess we're not as close as we thought.
Yeah, you can't fling that word friend around too free. Like your friend is someone who, if I'm up, you're up too.
That's it.
There's some people that I consider acquaintances. I don't fling around the word friend. Acquaintances who, yes, I like them as a person, but there's a line. If I move up somewhere, I'm not dragging you, I haven't got time. But there's some people that I know their situation, I know their life, I know how much they support me, whether it's financially, emotionally, they've just been there, whatever it is. I know that if I'm up, you're coming up with me, do you get me? That's how I am. That's a friend. I don't have many of those, because there's not many of those out there. Yeah, if you've got loads, you're very lucky, appreciate it. But I'll tell you now, the older I've got, the less friends I have. It's normal, 100% it's normal, but that just means that you have less people to retweet your shit and upload your stuff on their page. I have less people willing to do that. And also, how exposed are they? I'm doing a YouTube channel, you're saying about retweeting, and if your friends have got thousands of followers and they retweet it, then they're gonna give you some proper exposure. My friends aren't out there like that. They're low key, so they can retweet my stuff. Yeah, it will get out to like 50, 100 people, but it's not going to reach out to who I want it to reach out to. So as much as you can't rely on your friends to do anything. You can't do that. It's all on you.
That was exactly
you have to do it yourself. So for me personally, it's all about up here. Everything that I do is up here. Everything I learn. So we're sitting here, we're talking. I picked up things from you. I know nothing about partners. I ain't never invested in shit. I'm about to go and do it. I picked up everything from every one of you has spoken. I've picked up something and I'm going to go out there and actively use it. People don't do that. People just sit there, listen and go, Okay.
Yes.
I'm not going to invest. You just said, oh, I'm coming to chat to you about Alpha. You want our number so you can join the thing. People aren't like that. People don't, they hear it and they're like, yeah, and they just keep it moving and their day goes on.
We're distracted, isn't it? It's not
I
really,
don't know.
If you know yourself.
I don't think it's just the black people thing that I like that though. There are two types of people in this world. There are the doers and there are the sayers, and that is just like we can't say, oh, it's just because black people. No. There are genuinely some people out there that are ready to get their hands dirty, go out and do the job, and there are some people that don't. I don't think we keep like, and I know like a lot of you may disagree with me as well, but the reason why I keep going back to this is because I come from a mixed background family, and I could never just buy products from just one community, just my black community. I'd have to do it for all. I don't know. I don't think it's a different thing, no, because regardless of whether I'm mixed or not, like I understand that we are all human beings collectively. Not everybody does, fair enough. But I just do not think you can be progressive if we are all divided, because at the same time, we are supporting each other as a black community, but we are still divided from the rest of the world. Like, and you're not going to get that successful if you're dividing yourself from the rest of the world as much as you want to do that.
Like
it's a really beautiful idea, but it's just not gonna happen.
She's saying if you think like that, it only goes so far.
You're only gonna get so far.
But you have to raise your sort of community before you can even your product within your community before
but we're saying that the community aren't doing it. So then what you're going to do, you've been trying the same thing for the last century now, and you're still trying to say, oh, the community, it's not working now, mate. Like, this is what this discussion's about.
We just spoke and said, you just said you don't do it.
Well, don't do what?
I
buy what I want. I'm not going to look at if it works for me, then I'm going to get it. I'm not going to go buy some shea butter from someone that's black and then all my hair falls out. Like, I'm going to buy something that's going to work for me.
Have you bought the shea butter to know that?
On the other hand, are you then going to go and like support? Are you then?
If it's a good product, I'm going to endorse it, and that is how I am. I don't care about what colour you are. If it's good and it's going to help people, I'm going to endorse it.
But will you endorse it specifically?
No, but the question was, why is there not enough black businesses? The key word there being black. That's why. That's why I keep going back to the whole black, the whole race thing, because the question was about race.
You're 100% right.
We should support each other as well, but we've been trying this for like the last century, is what I'm saying. We've been trying this for such a long time, so we need to figure out better ideas then.
We're not saying that you only buy from black people. We're saying you need to buy from black people. You can't only buy from black people, because half the shit that we're selling ain't made by black people. So my point is that we're not saying to you you're wrong for wanting to buy shit that you like from her.
No, I didn't say that.
I know, but I'm just saying that we're not saying that you can only. We're just saying, why don't we do it? Because I'm putting my hand up and I'm saying I do not buy from black businesses.
Sure.
And that's not because, just like you, my mentality is the exact same. I go into the shop, I want something, I pick it up. I don't care who owns that shop. I don't care if he's. Listen, people are so hell bent on things like racism and stuff like that. I am as well. It's a important thing, yeah. Tommy Hilfiger's racist. How much black girl you saw on Instagram wearing a Tommy Hilfiger top? They don't care. They like the top. They're going in there. They're picking up. They don't business. That is how it is for celebrities. The guy said, I don't want girls, Nicki Minaj and these ghetto girls wearing my dresses and whatever. They still wear the dresses on the red carpet because they like the dresses. We buy from what we like. We don't buy from who it is. That's simple. What we're saying is, why can't we think of it?
I went back to that saying then, why is there not more black variety out there, but things that are made from and by black people? Why is there not?
You also need to start. You need the capital.
And then we said we went back to the point where, okay, well, the people, our friends and things like that should influence us, and we said not influence us, should endorse us. And we both agreed that it's not just down to the people around us, it's down to the individuals. So then as individuals, not just as black people, as business owners, we should be trying to understand that we have to market this differently. That's the only way we're going to grow. It's all about strategy. Business is all about strategy, and it's all about marketing. As much as we want to say that, boom, we need to support each other, blah blah blah. Not everybody is going to support you. That's the bottom line.
More time when I've got a couple of friends, family, acquaintances that own businesses. So when it comes to we're not owning enough businesses, I read that black women are the highest
entrepreneurs
in worldwide.
Perhaps.
But But
in
it's
what
not-
products?
that's
That's not specific enough.
It doesn't matter what products.
It does, because this is what
If
we're
they don't
talking
have
about. I'm not.
It does, that's what
She could be.
business
She
is.
could be a
Yeah.
Very
CEO.
true,
She
very
could be a CEO of KPMG. I'm not going to buy into that because it's not that type of business. We need to talk about what's catering for us,
Okay, the things
because
that are
she
catering
might not be
for us-
catering for me.
But you know what's mad? You know what's mad? You know what's mad?
No, I'm saying you said as
Whatever
if they
is
might
being
be. What is
catered
it?
for
The
us
10%
is whatever
business owners.
we're
But
buying
what
from
business
other
is she
groups.
owning?
But this
That's
is the
what
thing
I'm
that's
saying.
even more madder than that, is that the majority of stuff that a lot of black people buy,
Aren't
hair
made by black
products,
people.
But we're
get
not
their
buying
nail
it
weight,
from our own.
hair products, exactly.
We're going to Simply
Nails,
Good Deep and all of
our
them lot.
food and meat, our food and meat and all of that stuff, products, etc., etc. That's where it's all coming
But
from. It's
don't you
not
find a
coming
lot of
from
the things that we're buying from other ethnic backgrounds, yeah, are things that we've created on M&T?
Yep.
Oh,
Exactly.
please.
Yep.
Yeah, that's
Because I'm
true.
not going to lie to
Exactly.
you, that just like you just said, investment, we don't have it. So yes, we created that hair product. Yes, that hair product's banging. Yes, your hair's going to grow. Yes, we created that
Look
how
at
to
our
get your
cocoa
meat.
butter.
But you know what? Let me tell you something. Look how they've overdeveloped that, by the way.
That's
Anyway,
very true.
moving
We
on,
bought
yeah.
in the shea butter. Now that's been
and
overdeveloped.
now, who even buys the Palmer one?
Nope.
Do you?
Nope.
That's
Mine's
very
Vaseline, cocoa butter at
That's
home
really, really
because it
true.
takes too long to have it. But the point is, yeah, is that a lot of the things that we've made, we didn't have the
Cultural
capital, the investment in the
To bring
beginning
it up.
to get it to the level that it is now.
And we
So
also
the
need
things
to-
that you're buying that you like from other ethnic backgrounds, believe it or not,
Could have been
majority of them
appropriated.
probably
Is
from
ours.
us.
Could have been
But we just didn't have the
appropriated,
people to invest in. You know who's investing in their businesses and their products? Their own people.
Bam.
We're not doing it. That's the
That's the
reason why
problem.
our
We
products are not
can't
going
sell it
nowhere.
on the
That's
mass
problem.
market.
That's it.
But then
I'm not
going
saying
back to what she
when
says
we
though,
do,
how do you
like-
change the strategy, like to
Start
deal
with
with
yourself.
No, strategy does
Because
need
you know
to
what?
change.
No. Look at it like this.
That's
No,
so
we've
important.
got to look at it like
If
this.
it has
No,
not
no,
worked,
no.
if it has not
No,
worked
we've got to
for
look at
that
it like
time.
this.
Hold
That's
on,
not-
wait,
we've got to look at it.
wait,
We've got to
hold
look at
on.
this.
No, there has to be a
Hold
shift.
on.
Before
If that's not
networking,
working,
before
why are you still
networking,
doing it?
before
Pause.
networking to other communities, you network within your
Within-
own
Oh, wait, hold on,
community.
hold on.
So if your own community,
However,
can buy
that's
your
not
products.
working.
But wait, if your own people can take that time to actually invest in your product, whatever it may be, it could be clothes, whatever it may be, yeah. Then you get to the point where you can mass market to other people, because there's no way these other groups were doing this without mass marketing
So
to
that's why I
themselves.
said there's need to be a cultural
But
shift
you're
in
asking us, but
supporting
you know what?
more.
Exactly what she said. As much as you don't want to believe it, it's all about marketing strategy, all those bigger picture things.
Yeah.
But if the
We
individual
gotta
doesn't
get out
believe
of
in
that
it,
mindset that
how
because
are we
they're
gonna get
saying-
there?
Yeah,
How
that's
did-
entrepreneurialism. That's entrepreneurialism.
That's
That's
Hold on.
That's the ground basis, yeah, of course. But like in being an entrepreneur, if you have to be aware of all the social a lot of the social nuances you're going up against,
Yeah.
and how do you go up against what she's talking about?
You are what
I
you're
think
attract,
it's
right?
great. I think that's great as well. Sorry to cut you. What you said, I really disregarded the whole cultural appropriation fact, and that completely slipped my mind. And I think that's great that you raised that point. But let's also talk about the fact that we spoke about shea butter, yeah? So obviously, we shea butter, we've always made that shit. How did it actually get out to white people in the first place? Or not just white people, but other cultures in the first place? They've learnt it from us. That in itself is a strategy. That in itself is a
We
strategy.
had to go
We've-
to them to get it to where it is.
Yeah.
Because we didn't have. our
But
own
they
people
no,
there
but
to
initially
go
they
to.
didn't know it. They
We've
didn't
seen
know about
drag
its
it then, like,
functions.
look at, like, let's
How
look-
did they learn about its functions? It was from us. That's what we're
Because we
saying.
can't hide that. If
No,
I
but
come
it's
to you with a product. to
no.
say
I'm
this
not
is how to
arguing
sell
about
it,
that. Like, this is, can I finish my point? Like, this is really not what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is the example that they are learning it from us. So we've figured out all these benefits. They've taken that from us. Fair enough. But if we're providing and we're showing, look, this is the amazing things that we're doing, and yeah, they're taking it and they're blowing it into something else. These people are, in some aspects, investors. They've blown it up. So if we had, I don't know, another product, say, that was absolutely amazing and they've seen it, they want to appropriate, why can we not just invest that and market that to the rest of the world like these people have done? If you're kind of getting
No,
where I'm
because you're
going there.
contradicting the
But
point.
the
I'm
investment
really
going
not.
back-
I'm
You're supposed to
seriously
be. You're
not.
supposed to be going back to your own to support. You've just said.
If you're only
But it's
Wait,
not
wait, wait,
working.
wait, wait.
We've
if
established
they
it's
don't
just
see the
not
vision,
working.
how do you
This
force
is why we're
people
having a
to see the
conversation.
vision?
It's not
Wait,
working.
I want to ask you that question. Say
It's
you
not gonna
tomorrow,
work.
so you wake up tomorrow and you
The
have
only
a
reason why I
£10 million
feel like-
idea, yeah, and you know it's gonna work. You just know. How do you get your own, who aren't showing you that, to believe in your vision? How?
All right. I'm gonna skip that. So, you are what you attract, right? Does everybody agree with that? If you're looking for something, you find it. If you're not in an environment for something, if you're in a butcher, you're gonna find meat. You understand? If you're in a hair shop, you're gonna find hair, whatever. Yeah. So, if you are looking to support
You
or
have to
build your
understand your
business in
target
the black
audience.
community, you'll start popping up amongst black markets. You'll start finding there's loads of programs where they're trying to help young disadvantaged youth, the urban youth or whatever, yeah, there's loans, there's grants, there's this.
What we're
If you're
trying to
doing the
say-
work,
what
no.
we're trying
If
to
you're
say-
doing the work, yeah, shit will happen.
There are
for
people
you.
out
There's
there.
no
What we're trying to
excuses.
say is that what we're trying to
There's no
say is
excuses.
that
But as you
unfortunately
said,
that has not worked
That's not
out.
happening.
This is
I'm
what I'm saying.
That's
in
the
a
thing.
different
It's
environment
not
to you.
working at the moment.
It has
We're
not.
not talking
How
about
many
our brand, we're talking
multi-million?
about collective.
I'm pretty sure there are, but how many multi-million pound businesses, black-owned businesses, can you name now?
Look, hold on, can I just say it? Your
Exactly.
point was, your point
That's the whole point. It's all well having so many businesses on a
How long
minute
does it
scale,
take?
but we're
That's
talking
my
about on a
knowledge.
proper scale
That's down to my knowledge.
with
there's
supply
always gonna be
chain,
those people-
distribution, everything.
Okay,
All we seem to know is sports, entertainment, and music. That's all that we seem to be
that,
peddling.
has that not been the only
the business
avenues
goes higher.
available to us?
And even then, who's on top eating
Okay,
all that
hold on.
money
You
and
know, you
chicken
said they
down?
invest into, they take it and they make it a bigger thing, yeah, 100%. They
Money
do,
don't come
because
back
they're
to
smart,
us.
yeah. It's
how
not an
dumb are we to
investment
go
unless,
fucking
hold on, it's not an investment if the person who made the product ain't seeing nothing. If I made this product and you're now seeing my product, you're like, yeah, I like that product, I'm gonna make it bigger. Why is it you're investing and I ain't seeing none of the benefits of that investment?
I don't know how it
because
works.
they're taking it. They're
I
not.
don't know.
They're not investing. They're taking it.
So
There's a difference.
that could be the case then, but okay, so they've got that company out there, Shea Moisture. I've no idea who it's owned by. Say let's hypothetically say it's owned by
Yeah, they sold it.
They sold it. It was black owned, but they sold it.
Damn.
Well, there we go then.
Why
This
did
is
they sell
this is just silly examples. Why are they selling it then?
Because
It's a company that's doing sick
not
and they chose
benefiting
to
from
sell
it.
that. Well, this is why I'm not going to support you then, because you're deciding to give it away.
The problem is
There we
when
go.
we see money,
I
it's
just
like
can't be bothered anymore. Like,
I agree with
I
you.
think we're just
Especially
leaving-
personally,
it's
I
just
agree
leaving-
with you, but
but-
wasn't
Same
trying
time,
to
no, but
it's
same
just
time,
leaving
you have to merge them. Like, I agree. You have to actually like infiltrate as many markets as you can.
This is it.
Yeah.
This is a business
Now, right
idea.
now, especially with social media, and you can get your shit seen
So
anywhere.
easy.
Infiltrate every market, but go back to your home and then make sure that you're passing that money
Amongst
around.
yourselves.
I think it's the other way around.
Whether you say or not
I
that
think
we're
it's
not
the other way
doing
around.
this, there are those places.
Fuck me there.
There are
You
those
think it's
places.
the other way around?
I think it's the other way around.
That's where you
I
got
say
other
this why,
people.
yeah. I say this why, yeah, because let's take Asian food for example, yeah. I'm pretty sure that wasn't mass marketed to everyone beforehand, but I'm pretty sure most of the markets enjoy Asian food. Rice wasn't an English thing. It's not. It's more in terms of Asia. Where did we become so addicted to rice for it to be mass marketed?
It's fine.
But do you get my point? It has to be so within your own community to be popping
But
off.
what we're trying to say is
no,
that-
to be popping off, yeah, in order for other communities to
What we're
enjoy
trying
it,
to
to
say-
even,
why?
to
What we're trying to
even
say is
want
that-
to invest.
That works with music and everything else apart from
But this is what
proper
I'm only saying.
business.
It
It hasn't worked for
I'm
us.
saying
The
that's
fact
the
that it
only
hasn't
thing
worked
that
for
we've
us-
been introduced to. That's the only thing that we've been available
It's
been
true.
available to.
That's what
Bro,
we're
We
used to.
can't climb up the ladder if the
Whatever
ladder
we're
has been
used to
cut.
has to
bruv.
change.
This is what we're
It
trying
has
to
to
say.
change. It has to
Never been
change.
cut, It's just what we're used to.
You can't do the same shit.
I used to
You can't keep doing the same shit.
No, bro. I used to work
Yeah.
for a Caribbean restaurant, yeah? The Caribbean restaurant was owned by an Asian guy, yeah? Everyone working in the Caribbean...
Boy, I'm done already.
Listen.
I'm
Everyone
done.
working, it was a chain, it's Turtle Bay. Yeah, I don't know if we're allowed to...
Oh,
There you go.
Anyway,
Turtle Bay's dead as well.
everyone working in Turtle Bay, this is what everyone working in Turtle Bay, yeah, was black. Or majority was black, yeah? But
Apart from the
head,
chef.
obviously,
Yeah, exactly.
the head is Asian, but obviously the owner is Asian. I'm saying like if you have to be that Asian guy. If you can get yourself infiltrated into as much marketing and make people work for you, but then you still go and then nourish the community.
This is
You
what
got Hold on, you got Kettle Bay. What about, have you had One Stop in Halsden?
What
Let me
about
just bring
Bagel
up
King?
Bagel King. One
Yeah.
Stop in Halsden, yeah, Caribbean shop. Do you not think if they had the money, that would be a big old restaurant
Nope.
everywhere? Yes, it would. Because you know what
Yeah.
they've done? No, hold on. Do you know what they've done in the past 3 years? They've taken it from one little shack that they could afford to a bigger shack to now a place where you can go in and take away and go in the other side and sit down and eat in a very nice establishment. But do you know what they did that? They earned the money slowly by black people in Halsden putting their money in and buying the food. Even though they can go home and make it themselves, they're going to the shop and they're buying it. So now they've got the money to grow. Turtle Bay, I didn't see no come up. I see Turtle Bay.
Oh.
Get up in there. Boom.
Yeah.
Why? Because they got the money, they got the capital.
It's true.
That's it. We
That's-
don't have
I've
the
done this in
capital.
the-
Wait,
The
stop.
problem is-
Wait, that's a good
wait,
wait.
hold
Wait,
on,
wait,
hold
let me
on,
say
wait.
this.
No,
Let me
because
reply
it's
back to
not
that. That's a good element and definitely a factor to take into consideration. However, there's a thing called business strategy, and there's different things you can implement. Whether it's marketing segment, whether it's marketing segment and stuff. I run a business, actually help other business grow.
Where's the money to invest in business?
You don't need the investment. You don't need investment.
Be the Asian investment. Be like this. You don't.
Investment is one. Investment is one element. That's one element. If you think that you need investment straight away to start a business or in order to grow your business.
Okay, but they didn't have it.
Exactly. Yeah, that's what you're talking about. But we're going back.
We're saying that that model needs to be still people still and will.
They have the money, but if you don't have the money, you have
to try another thing. We're a younger
generation.
generation. We need to try another thing because
it hasn't worked. We don't have the
generation won't go to school studying business.
Yeah, but we don't have the
older generation don't know about business
strategy. That's not even the
all
older
they know about is
with experience and stuff. You don't have to be taught that. Louis Vuitton, do you know that guy's journey? He was making stuff off scraps off the floor, and he made this business. He did it. He was not a
using the
no. Let me finish. No. Can I finish?
You can.
Guys, one person.
Yeah. So what I'm basically saying is, he was using scraps. He didn't have the money. He didn't just pop it all up. Not everybody has that advantage. People work for it, and that's how they begin their business. It's not hard. It is what it is. Okay. Some people have advancements in life. Some people have advancements. Some people don't. You got to work.
I'm gonna be honest.
Why don't we use
I think Kane.
You don't want to invest in your
No, I think in all honesty, what Katonya.
I'm talking about us. I'm not talking about us. I'm saying if Louis Vuitton used black rappers to make his brand pop, why are we not doing that with our own authentic stuff?
Bro, how many stop. No. How many rappers do you know talk about Gucci? Hold on. How many rappers do you know talk about Gucci, Louis Vuitton and don't get paid a check? How many rappers do you know endorse all of these people and don't get paid a check? That's where it's all wrong.
Everything has to get done.
All wrong. It's all about business strategy, how you market yourself and how you adopt them strategies.